once again to Hexagon.org, and now still more items in the news.
This week, Metro started selling souvenir items at a store located inside Metro Center. The store features t-shirts and mugs with the subway map and the iconic Metro M. One t-shirt has the saying, "Metro, when you absolutely positively have to get to work sometime in the next 8 to 10 hours.
It was announced last week that the private company SpaceX has entered into a joint venture with NASA on the International Space Station, which opened today. The venture is a new 5-star restaurant. According to the astronauts who have tried the new restaurant, the food is great, but it has no atmosphere. It's a science joke, come on.
Recently, a tree trimming crew was working in Burke, Virginia. One of the crew, 25 feet up in an oak tree, lopping off branches when his iPhone fell from his belt pouch and landed in the debris at the base of the tree. He called down, asked his coworkers to look for it. After 5 minutes of fruitless searching, one of them yelled up they didn't think they could find it. He yelled back to keep looking because the apple never falls far from the tree.
They are beginning to turn violent. The IRS has returned a tax return to a man in Kansas City after he apparently answered one of the questions incorrectly. In response to the question, "Do you have anyone dependent on you?" the man wrote, quote, 435 idiots in Congress, 100 dumb senators, and a group that calls themselves politicians. The IRS stated that the answer he gave was unacceptable. The man's response back to the IRS was, "Who did I leave out?"
In the wake of the Me Too movement, many stars have broken their silence about years of harassment. The latest to speak out, the famous Muppet Miss Piggy. "For years," she said, "I put up with Jim Henson's hand on my butt." Up my butt, sorry. Up my butt. Henson, deceased since 1990, could not be reached for comment.
This exclusive story just in, a White House insider reports that President Trump has begun keeping a record of everyone who has ever criticized him. Hexagon has a name for that record. It is called the U.S. Census.
This warning just in from McAfee, the largest worldwide supplier of computer virus protection. If you receive an email titled, "Nude photo of Mitch McConnell," do not open it. The email contains a nude photo of Mitch McConnell.
And finally,
Hey, I still have another one.
oh, we have an extra one here. Shall we read it? Let's go for it.
Let's do mine first because it's really
Okay.
long and you can end the pithy one.
Okay.
Just sentenced to a 10-year prison sentence, a Maryland burglar explaining to his cellmate how he got captured. "Late one night, I broke into a Potomac house, and while I was sneaking around, I heard a voice say, 'Jesus is watching you.' I looked around and saw nothing. I kept on creeping, and again, 'Jesus is watching you.' Then in a dark corner, I saw a cage with a parrot inside. I asked the parrot, 'Was it you who said Jesus is watching me?' The parrot replied, 'Yes.' Relieved, I asked his name. The parrot said, 'Clarence.' I said, 'That's a stupid name for a parrot. What idiot named you Clarence?' The parrot answered, 'The same idiot that named the family Rottweiler Jesus.'"
That's good. That's good. All right, now and finally, may a diseased yak romance your little sister's shin.
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson, everybody. Trump Business Construction, a subsidiary of the Trump Organization, has just announced a new product line, the Trump Revolving Doors. These doors are so huge you can move an entire cabinet through them.